Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about Microsoft's latest and maybe biggest move in the AI wars. Seriously, this is a high-stakes game that could totally redefine its relationship with OpenAI and maybe reshape the entire AI world as we know it. All right, so let's dive right in. Back on April 2nd, Microsoft basically dropped a bomb on the tech world. They unveiled a whole suite of their own in-house AI models. And you gotta understand, this was way more than just another product launch. This was basically a declaration of independence. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Think about this. Microsoft has already sunk a staggering $13 billion into OpenAI, right? Their main AI partner. That's a massive investment that's, given us some of the most powerful AI tools out there. So why? Why on earth would Microsoft go and build its own engine when it's already got a huge piece of the most powerful one on the market? That is the, $13 billion question, and we are going to unpack it right now. Okay, so first things first, what exactly are these new models? Microsoft didn't just drop one thing. They rolled out a whole new AI stack. We're talking 3 separate models, and each one is laser-focused on solving a really big, specific problem for businesses. So first on the list is something called MAI-Transcribe-1. Its whole job is to do one thing and do it really, really well. Turn speech into text. I mean, just think about it. All the phone calls, all the Zoom meetings, the customer service chats. Businesses have a mountain of audio they need to get through. But here's the kicker. It's not just about how accurate it is. The real game changer here is how efficient it is. It can do the exact same work as the other big players, but for about half the computing cost. And let me tell you, in the world of AI, where GPUs are like gold, that is a huge deal. And of course, that efficiency translates directly into big savings. We're talking just 36 cents per hour of audio. That makes it by far the cheapest option you can get from any of the big cloud providers. If you're a company that processes tons of audio, that's not just a small saving. That's a massive cut to your bottom line. And don't think for a second that cheap means low quality. Not at all. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. It can handle 25 different languages, and it's specifically designed for the real world. With all the background chatter and staticky audio that you'd actually find in a call center or a busy office. Okay, so that's turning speech into text. Now let's flip it around and talk about how AI talks back. The next model is MAI-Voice-1, and its entire mission is to create synthetic voices that are super realistic and expressive, so they don't sound like that monotone robot from old sci-fi movies. And this is where the magic really happens. A business can feed it just a tiny handful of audio samples, and poof, it can generate a completely custom AI voice. We're talking about creating unique, branded voices for their AI agents or customer service bots, and it does it like in the blink of an eye. And finally, to round out this trio, we have MAI-Image-2. This is Microsoft's heavy hitter for text-to-image generation. And it's not just some experiment. This thing is already out in the wild. Huge advertising firms are using it for campaigns, and Microsoft itself is using it to power its own products, like Bing. You know those AI images you see where something just looks kind of weird? The lighting's off or the hands have 6 fingers? Well, MAI-Image-2 is built to solve exactly that. It's great at natural lighting, getting skin tones right, and get this, actually rendering text inside an image that you can read properly. It's a really big jump in quality, and you're probably already seeing its work in things like PowerPoint. So okay, new models are cool for sure, but the real story, the thing we need to pay attention to, is the strategy behind all this. This isn't just about shipping new products. This is a massive chess move on the global AI board. I mean, this is a gigantic pivot for Microsoft. For years, the story has been about their partnership with OpenAI. Now they're consciously moving away from depending so heavily on one partner and building their own parallel AI powerhouse. Why? It's all about control. It gives them flexibility, it gives them leverage on pricing, and frankly, it gives them a much bigger slice of the AI pie. It's a classic strategy in tech, right? Control the fundamental layer, and you can capture more of the value that's built on top. And there's another crucial piece to their strategy. Trust. Look, we all see the headlines. AI companies are getting sued constantly over the data they used for training. So Microsoft is stepping up and making a really big, simple promise. Our AI, it's built on data we licensed properly. For a huge corporation worried about legal risk, that promise is music to their ears. The term they use is data provenance, which sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's just a fancy way of saying they can trace the history of their data and prove they have the rights to use it. Think of it like a certificate of authenticity for their AI model. And for those big enterprise customers, that kind of legal peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. So let's bring this down to brass tacks. What does this actually mean for a typical business? Well, it really boils down to three things: making AI easier to adopt, way cheaper to run, and a whole lot safer to deploy at scale. Just imagine you're a big bank or a healthcare company. Right now, to get all this AI functionality, you might have to patch together tools from 5, 6, maybe 7 different vendors. It's complicated, it's expensive. What Microsoft is doing is offering a single integrated platform, a one-stop shop. That immediately makes everything simpler, more cost-effective, and way more secure. All right, let's zoom out for a second and look at the really big picture here. Because this isn't just about 3 new models or a new business strategy. This is about a fundamental shift in the power dynamics of the entire AI industry. So if we boil it all down, what's the key takeaway? Microsoft is basically playing both sides. They're not abandoning their partnership with OpenAI, not at all. But at the same time, they're building their own parallel AI empire right alongside it. It's an incredibly shrewd move that gives them a huge amount of leverage and ultimately control over their own destiny. And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought. What happens to this whole ecosystem of partnerships when the biggest tech giants decide they can build everything themselves? Is the era of collaboration giving way to an era of competition? We're about to see how that plays out, and trust me, the answer is going to define the future of AI for everyone.